welcome to day 3 of my Zero Waste, Reduce Waste challenge. So I was gonna do something different today, but I decided to save that, because I have a really cool idea. How many times have you gone to the grocery store and seen that literally every possible packaging of yogurt comes in plastic? I found one type of yogurt at Safeway that comes in a little glass jar. Side note, it's a French yogurt. And I think it's really interesting that Europe seems to package their items in a totally different way than the United States does. More often than not, I find that Europe has things packaged in paper and glass and recyclables, whereas in the US everything is plastic. But as I talked about in my video yesterday, things cost money. Reusable items are often more expensive because they take more resources, more time, and more general funding in order to get it processed. But Ingrid, what does that mean when it's yogurt and you keep eating it? Like, I still have to buy those. I can't afford $1.75 per yogurt. What should I do? I'm gonna teach you how to make your own yogurt. But then I said to myself, okay, it takes a culture of yogurt and milk to make yogurt. Seems simple enough. But milk comes packed in plastic. And I'm pretty sure that half and half, which is in a paper carton, is actually lined with plastic. I mean, the milk would spill out otherwise. Now, if I had my own cow... No, I'm not getting a cow, unfortunately. But since I don't have my own cow, I have to find a way to make my own milk. And I found online a recipe for oat milk. It's funny, actually, because I've been posting so much about no waste, all of these things pop up on my Facebook news feed about how to reduce your waste. And I saw a video talking about how oat milk is better than almond milk in terms of the fact that it consumes much less water, and it's 80% less wasteful than dairy milk due to cows drinking water and what cows excrete and produce. So we're gonna make oat milk. So in order to make oat milk, we need oats and water. We also need a blender, measuring things, and you can use a nut bag, or you can use a coffee filter or a t-shirt. I didn't want to spend money on a nut bag and weight. I'm going to use a coffee filter. Also, just as a side note, I think I figured out what's wrong with my sound. It's that I have an older iPhone and it's taken some damage in the last 2 years. 2 years old and it's already not working great. So my mom lent me hers. Shout out to you, Mom. And a side benefit of that, I've got my phone right here, and I can check the recipe at any time without having to waste paper. So this recipe makes 4 cups of oat milk. I only want 1 cup of oat milk, so I'm going to make this recipe smaller by 75%. See, kids, you really do need math. Okay, a cup of rolled oats for my reduced recipe will be 1/4 cup of oats, and that goes to 1 cup of water. Let's put that in my blender. Okay, I'm gonna use my oats from Whole Foods. Cup of water. Okay, we're gonna blend for 1 minute because over blending it apparently makes it slimy and gross. Okay, Bullet. It smells really good. It smells like hot, fresh oatmeal on a cold winter day. All right, let's do this. That's okay, learn as you go. Get a smaller funnel. Okay, I just learned not to use a coffee filter. We're gonna go ahead and try using this Beastie Boys t-shirt that I have. I also got a bigger bowl. Why struggle? Oh, it's so much easier. See, look how much better that is. Lesson learned, use a t-shirt. Okay, I couldn't show it because I needed both of my hands, and I'm kind of a low budget project and am holding up a phone. But anyway, I squeezed the t-shirt really hard and squeezed out the liquid from the oats. And now we've got this delicious bowl of milk. So it looks like I ended up with 1/2 cup because I may or may not have spilled some. Look, it's all thick. It's thick. So obviously we're doing zero waste. I can't throw away the leftover oat concoction. I'm guessing I'll be like oatmeal. Let's take a look. Okay, it looks like sand. I'll scrape that out later. Fermentation is actually the breakdown of a substance by bacteria, yeast, or other microorganisms, usually involving heat and giving off an effervescence. It is a metabolic process that involves consuming sugars in the absence of oxygen. So I'm excited to see whether or not this actually works, because there is no milk sugar. So I went to Safeway and I picked up this little glass tub of just plain yogurt. It just says plain on it. It's called Vie, because it's French. And it's nice because it's completely recyclable. It's not plastic. And I can reuse it and repurpose it. I can put my new yogurt back in this if I want to. Except, of course, I'm not using all of this because I'm making a super small batch. I actually took a biology course in college where we learned how you can just take a scoop of yogurt and keep the culture alive and just make your own yogurt. But instead of actually doing that in lab, we went to Flying Dog Brewery instead. Hard to get mad about that. That was pretty cool. So this is about a half a cup of yogurt. Now, since the ratio is half a cup of yogurt to 8 cups of milk, and we have half a cup of milk, and there are 8 tablespoons of yogurt and half a cup of yogurt, if I did my math right, we need half a tablespoon of yogurt, because it's by 16. 8 cups in the half gallon of milk, we have half of it, so yeah, that's by 16. So, unless I just embarrassed myself with really bad math, I don't think I did, this should work. Okay, we're gonna heat up the milk. Gotta get it to 200, let's go. Okay, I heated the milk to 200, and now it's back down to 112, so I'm gonna put in my half tablespoon of yogurt. So I don't think it's supposed to be this thick, but I didn't use real milk. So let's see if this works. Okay guys, I put my yogurt in this cute little dish, and now I'm gonna put it in an oven that I've preheated to as low as it goes, is 170. It didn't fully preheat yet, so I'm gonna put this in there, and then we wait for 4 hours to see if it sets up and starts getting a sour taste to it. Should be, there goes the preheat. This yogurt did thicken, but I'm not sure whether or not actual fermentation can occur when there isn't lactose present. So I'm excited to see whether or not I can keep this culture alive. Now, if not, the alternative, of course, is to get milk in a glass bottle. You know, things we used to do. But then arguably all of the various byproducts of cows are still affecting the environment. So I guess it really comes back down to where is the line? If this doesn't work, and I'm starting to think that I just found a hippy-dippy recipe that isn't really gonna work, then I will go looking for milk that I can get in a glass bottle. At the very least, you can eat this. It's still thick. It looks tasty. I just don't think I'd be able to use it and keep my yogurt going. So Mama actually bought some of this half and half recently. Check it out. It is recyclable. So while the bulk oats is even less waste than buying a package of something, the container is recyclable. So I'm gonna do exactly what I just did on film with half and half and the rest of my yogurt. Then I can make an informed recommendation for your yogurt. And that's just one more really good example of how we have to decide where the line is. Going truly zero waste is hard, and I don't think that it's an achievable goal for the greater good of the community. But we'll see how these two options turn out, and we can make a decision at the end. I'll see you guys in 4 hours. So here's what I ended up with from my yogurt experiment. My yogurt with oat milk looks like a little cake. So I can totally eat it, but I don't think I could keep it alive. Here is just a small little bit of yogurt that I made with the half and half that seems to have worked. So I'm gonna try again tomorrow with another little pot of yogurt. But what I tasted of the yogurt that I still have, I'm trying to get it to harden up in the hot oven. What I did have tasted really good. So if you can figure out how to keep your yogurt culture alive, I think that I would have to recommend using half and half in a recyclable container, or milk in a glass container, and keeping a yogurt culture that you purchase in a glass container, keeping it alive. I hope you liked this video. See you next time.